Hey YouTube. So, it's an afternoon now. A couple hours after I finished my lunch, and I'm in my car, out and about town, and it's time for my afternoon snack. So for breakfast, I had the chocolate donut. Lunch, I had the red beans and rice. And just to make sure that you have something to just keep you satiated until dinner time, Nutrisystem has you have an afternoon snack. So you just pick one of the purple items. I mean, it says dessert on it, but it's interchangeable. Snack, dessert. They want you to use whatever it is. So, instead of getting like a cookie or anything like that or a candy bar, I went for the cheese puffs. Because for me, one of my biggest weaknesses is chips. They're absolutely deadly for me because once I have one, I usually have them all. And the thing is, a lot of times when I'm doing something casual, when I'm trying to have fun, whether it's hanging out with friends, or maybe I'm watching a movie, or whatever it is, I usually have a bag or a bowl of chips or some kind of other crunchy snack like popcorn or whatever it is. I have it next to me, and the problem is that I always end up eating mindlessly. I don't really think about the calories, and I end up just filling up with all these empty calories. So what Nutrisystem does is they give you this small bag. This is only 1.16 ounce. So this is kind of like one of those 99 cents bags that you can get at the liquor store or your gas station. It's not enough to get you full, but that's not the point. They don't want you to be full on this. They just want you to be happy with this until dinner comes. So I'm going to try cheese puffs. I mean, just looking at them at the cover, they kind of look like those Cheeto puffs. And I'm going to compare the taste. Alright, so I'm going to just put this down, my camera down for a second, just to open up this bag. So, I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, that opened up pretty easy. Alright. So this is what it looks like. It's actually pretty small. It's not what I was expecting. If you have the Cheeto puff, they're pretty big. And it doesn't exactly look exactly like what it does on the packaging, but then again, what food does, right? So, I don't know. It looks fine. It's pretty dark orange cheese. And I'm going to taste it. I'm going to give you guys my rating for it. So let's try it out. I'm going to have one more. They're pretty small, so I just want to have one more so I can really rate it. Okay. Alright. Here's how I rate it. It's not great. Right off the bat, it's not that great. It doesn't beat Cheetos, it doesn't beat cheese puffs. It doesn't even beat, the generic brands that you get at 99-cent store. It's a lot less cheesy than I expected. You don't really get that cheese flavor. It's more, I don't know. I wonder if there's wheat in this because the grain is very grainy. It's more of it feels more like I'm eating like wheat instead of usually those white grains or rice that you use for cheese puffs. I'll have to take a look at the ingredients later. But what's nice about it is that the cheesy powder doesn't get on your fingers that well, so you don't have to really wipe or look for a napkin or anything like that. But ultimately, the texture, it's not that soft. It feels more like you're chewing a cracker, like a saltine, than a cheese puff. You feel a little bit of cheese flavor, but not that much. Still, again, I wasn't expecting fireworks here. So, I would say the cheese puffs are adequate. They're fine as a snack. Honestly, I'll probably finish the whole bag because they don't taste bad. They actually taste kind of good, but not really that good. They don't compare close to the real thing. So, just to give some formality to this, I'm going to give the food a rating. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Chocolate donut. Okay, let me explain the rating system from 1 to 10. 1 being bad, like really bad. You just hate eating it, and you have to force yourself to eat it. 5 is just it's palatable. It's edible. It's something you can eat. And you don't complain about. It's not bad. It's not good. You're just okay with eating it. 10 is genuinely delicious. It's the food that you really like. Now, a lot of people might make 10 like the best food they ever had, but that's nonsense. This is microwavable food. It's food out of a microwave, food out of a bag. This is pre-prepared food. There's no pre-prepared food that's gonna be the absolute best thing you've ever had. If I made that a 10, nothing I rate would get a 10. So in that case, I make 10 good. Something food that I would actually very much enjoy, even if I was not on a diet. So from that rating system, for the chocolate donut I had at the beginning, I give that a 6.5, maybe a 7. It's not bad. It's actually kind of good. The texture really threw me off. I think the texture helped to make it more filling, because you have to really chew through it, kind of like with the cheese puffs. But it wasn't really that great. But it's pretty close to a regular Hostess donut that you can get at the liquor store. Just ones you pop open and you pop in your mouth. And because of that, I would say I'd give it a 7. All right, above average, pretty good. I recommend it. For the red beans and rice, I give that an 8. I actually give that a pretty good rating. I give it an 8 because the chicken was a little dry. That's true. And the beans, the rice wasn't exactly the best rice. But for something that I just microwaved, for a minute and a half, it came out tasting pretty good. The spicy sauce was actually kind of spicy, added a nice little kick, a little flavor to the food, and it tasted pretty good. If someone gave me a big bowl of it, I would eat it up no problem. So in that way, I feel like it's fair to give red beans and rice an 8. So chocolate donut, a 7. Red beans and rice, an 8. Cheese puffs, I give a 6. Alright? They're not bad, but they're kind of slightly good. They're a little bit above average. They're kind of tasty. They're tasty in they're kind of like, it doesn't taste stale, but it definitely tastes like kind of like a healthy version of a snack, of Cheetos. So in that sense, it doesn't match the real thing at all. But it's good enough where I can eat it, get some enjoyment out of it, not regret it at all. So cheese puffs, they get a 6. Not bad, not great, but okay. And enough to hold me over till dinner time. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of these cheese puffs.